Hello, welcome back to the FX Championship 2027 Season 5 here in Hungary for the Hungarian Grand Prix at the Hungarian. It's your boy King Razza the First, your commentator. And ladies and gentlemen, the championship definitely spicing up, and with not much rounds left to go, it's going to get a little crazy. It's going to get crazy, and I'm really excited for this track because it consists of a total of 14 corners, a bit like Monaco, but it is a roller coaster of a ride, of a track, and the corners, they'll be coming flying straight at you. So this is going to be a big test for these drivers. It's not easy to overtake, so again, qualifying is definitely the key to try and get as many points as possible when you're competing in the race. So yes, I hope you're excited for this episode, because this one is gonna be a very crazy one. As we look at the championship, what has happened in the last race last time out, and it is Sawyer leading the way with 95 points on his name, Brindley in second, and Yaya in third. The two Motorsport racing cars are closing in on your championship leader as Maya moves up into P4, remember, from the last episode. Rai in 5th place with Connor in 6th, and Megan, after a race win, remember, finished edge, getting 2 race wins in a row, she's sitting in 7th place. Elijah in 8th, and Parker, Ethan, Jackson, Sarash, Biggie, Branson, Mike, Maddie, Jordan, Noah, Shiloh, and Salish. That is your championship standings as we head into this round, the Hungarian Grand Prix. And yes, this one is going to get very interesting. In further Motorsport, like I said again, I said it before, they are really struggling. They really need something, and Connor, I gotta say, he is dropping off the cliff. He may be out of contention to fight for the championship. But let's turn our focus here. Who's going to win in the Hungarian? Let's find out as we look at the grid for today's race. And it's going to be a wet one. It's going to be a wet one, and it's Branson on pole position with Elijah from Titan Racing starting second. There we have Aiden Jackson. Yes, Jackson, you won a race before in this season, starting third. Noah in 4th, and Mark starting in 5th, with Ethan starting 6th. Hero Force Racing, they're looking pretty good, I gotta say. Yana will start 7th for Luxpulse Racing, with Parker starting in 8th. And then we have Connor starting 9th. Better qualifying from here. Let's see what we can do from there. Salish starting 10th. And then we have the likes of Maya starting in 11th. Then Brindley, your closest challenger to Sawyer in the championship, starting 12th. Salash, 13th. Your champion leader, not your champion leader. 40 for Rara, champion leader Sawyer, 15th. And then we have Jordan starting 16th. And then Shiloh starting 17th for Titan Racing. Then Megan starting 18th. Disappointing quality from her after a brilliant win last time out. Biggie 19th, and Maddie ran out the field in 20th. That is your grid for the Hungarian Grand Prix. I gotta say, it's a mixed up grid, because I gotta say, we had a wet qualifying, and now we're gonna have a wet to dry race. So strategy is absolutely key in this race today. But who will get it? Who is gonna stand triumphant after this race today? We're going to find out right now, because it's time for the Hungarian Grand Prix. The 4 and the 5 red lights are up on your screen. And it's lights out, and away we go. Branson got the lights pretty well, I must say, as we head into the first corner. Branson and Elijah side by side into the first corner we go. There goes Elijah to the inside. Elijah's ahead, and Elijah's not going Noah. Get himself involved as well. 3 wide into turn 2. Insane stuff, I must say. Noah had to back out, and Branson just managed to stay ahead of Elijah in the lead of the race. My oh my, what a crazy start. What a turn 1, I gotta say, from those 3 drivers. Branson just managed to hang on in the end. Elijah settled down for P2. Jackson make his way up into P3, side by side with Noah, as they head through the chicanes right now. But it looks like Noah just managed to hold on to that 3rd place position, and now Mike looking like he's getting himself involved in the fight. Jackson's still looking for the lead. to the inside he goes. Noah shut the door. Noah stays ahead. He stays in P3 for now. But Branson for sort of Vortex Racing, he's having a wonderful start. It got a little scary into turn 1, but he survived the first lap of carnage as we head into lap 2, hour 24. And remember, DRS is not enabled because it is wet here. It is raining, and everyone are on the full wet compound tires as there is Connor, trying to make a move on Ethan, but Ethan got other ideas. He's going to set it down the inside of Yaya. Yaya's going to try and fight this one. Meanwhile, Connor is fighting with Parker now. Out on the lights of turn 3 we go into the fast left-hand corner of turn 4 as we're watching Brully having a massive scrap as well with Parker. Parker's having an awful start to this race. I'm going to say losing and dropping positions as Brittany now getting herself involved in the fight for P8 position. It is absolutely carnage. Lots of drivers jockeying for position, but it is Branson leading the way, only for 0.8 of a second. Elijah is still in play as there goes Meyer, set it down the inside of Parker and challenging Brindley for the lights of P9. There goes Meyer, there goes Brindley, side by side. Brindley just managed to stay ahead, and now Parker's already looking for the move as well on these two as we head into lap 3, hour 24. Brindley still defending against Meyer and Parker and Rari actually behind, because there she goes. Rari to the inside of Brindley. Rari's going to try and send it round the outside. Into turn 2 we go. Can Rari get the move done? No, she doesn't. Well, I gotta say, sorry about that, but Rari just lost that position. But I think Brindley might get a great job to defend against Rari there. As now Parker looking for the move as well on Brindley. Brindley got a lot of defending she had to do, challenging for her nearest rival, I must say. But yeah, Brindley, I gotta say, did not have a good qualifying, because she had a better qualifying than. If she qualified higher than she was, then maybe that would be a good idea, but so she can challenge for the championship. But yeah, unfortunately for Brindley, she has to settle down in P10 and try and fight through the traffic as we skip some laps later on to lap 6, hour 24. Noah is closing in on Branson right now, because Noah just made an overtake on Elijah, I must say, and now Noah is in second, and the rain has stopped. The rain has stopped, so now this is when things are going to get interesting. When is it time for the slicks? That is a big question. When is it time for the slicks? As we can already see, the DRS is enabled. So DRS enabled, so race control turned on the DRS very, very early. As soon as the rain stopped, the race control turned on the DRS, so DRS is now enabled. That's going to be helpful for Noah, because he's absolutely holding down on the back of Branson. He's looking for the move to the outside of the lights of turn 5. He can't find the move there. Maybe an opportunity into the chicane of 6 and 7. No, Branson stays ahead of Noah, but Noah is not giving this one up. This is the guy who haven't got win throughout this season. Every time he has an opportunity to win a race, it just comes flying out of the window. Can this finally be the time for Noah to prove everyone wrong that he can win races? He can challenge for the championship. Maybe not, because well, he's a couple points behind. I don't think he's going to be in play for the championship, but maybe for a win. Definitely, as now we're seeing drivers coming into the pits. Now they're making the call to come in onto the slicks. Noah, he stays out. Meyer also stays out. Parker stays out. Branson pitting for the hard. Ethan, he pitted for the softs. So it's not like Ethan is going for a 2-stop strategy here, as Jackson also gone for the softs. So some drivers go for a 2-stop, some drivers go for a 1-stop. So let's see, can the hards go to the end? That is a big question, because Branson is ahead of Mike. Hold on a minute, Mike is up into P13. He jumped the likes, I believe, of Elijah and everyone else in the pit lane. So Mike is up, is respectively now P2, and now we're going to see Noah, your race leader, comes into the pits. What is he going to go on? Onto the slicks. It is the hard compound tires. So Noah is on the hard. He's also going for the 1 stop. That is very interesting. But Ethan, Riley, Jackson, Brindley, they're all gone for the softs. Brindley gone to the mediums. So yeah, there's a lot of different strategies going on in this race, and I love it because only one of those strategies is going to work out in this race. Will the one-stop pit work, or will the two-stop work? We're going to find out later on in this race today. So do not go anywhere, because I'm gonna say, ladies and gentlemen, the last few laps are gonna be a little bit crazy as we're gonna find out who's gonna win this race. So yeah, do not go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, because this race is already spicing something up. Something gonna happen near the end of this race, and I can feel it. Something big is gonna happen near the end of the race, but let's not jump to the conclusion. Let's focus on what's happening right now. Ethan, he just made a move on the likes of Elijah, who's on the hards. Ethan is absolutely flying and already closing in on the back of Yaya, who's on the hards. So Yaya, Noah, Mike, Branson, your top four, all going for the one-stop strategy. Will that pay off? We're going to find out, because they look like they're going to try and go to the end on those hards for, I don't know, for 14 laps. That is absolutely a big ask, as let's see, can they do it? But they've got to defend against the soft runners, because there goes Jackson making his way by Connor. Connor didn't fight that one because he knows that Jackson's not really in his fight today. What has happened to Connor? Like, seriously, what has gone into Connor right now? He like, remember at the start of this season, he was absolutely going for it. He was going for wins. He was in contention for wins for the championship. And ever since round 5 of the season, I believe, he has absolutely fallen off the cliff with his performance. And I just feel like that his chances of getting the championship is slipping away. He's 6th in the championship. I think with only 14 points or so. With 3 races remaining after this one, I just feel like Connor may not be in contention for this championship, or for contention of going into FA Season 6, which is going to be an absolute big disappointment. So that's why he needs his team to win this Constructors Championship so he can move on to FA Season 6. But we've got to find out, because like I say, the Constructor standings, they're looking very, very tight. Lux Post Racing, Roserush Racing, Phoenix Edge Racing, and Inferno Racing, they're all so close together. Anyone can win this Constructors Championship. It all depends on how they work out their strategy, where they finish in the last few races of this season. And that's really exciting to see how all of this will pay off in the last 3 races of this season. And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, you do not want to miss these next episodes, because it is going to go down to the wire. Right, let's focus back on the action right here. There is Noah closing in on the back of Branson right now. Mike just behind him in P3. Third place for him, and Noah is closing in on Branson. There's 2 DRS zones, one into turn 1, and then you've got another DRS zone here, turn 2 to turn 3. So there's 2 DRS zones that you can try and overtake your opponent, and Noah's using that advantage, and Noah's going to send it down the inside of Branson. Can Noah get the mistake? He's trying it, but Branson's still going to fight this one off. Noah's ahead as we head into turn 4. Noah got to be done, and Noah takes the lead on the Hungarian Grand Prix. A beautiful move into turn 2. Branson tried to fight it back, but he just had no use. He had to stay behind the likes of Noah for now until he find another opportunity. But that's a beautiful move for Noah, and he's leading this race. Now, can he hold on to that position? That is a big ask, because Yaya just made a move on the mic actually, and so is Elijah. So Mike, Mike is dropping down positions. Hold on a minute. Mike is dropping down positions. Did he have an issue? As he skips the last 18, he's in the pits, and he got a puncher. Oh no! Mike from the Midnight Apex got a puncher. I think it was a back left puncher. And that's his race ruined. Oh, what a shame for Mike. He was in contention to win this race possibly. And again, these things are out of his control. Is it down to tire management? I don't know. But for Mike, that's his race ruined unless we get a safety car or a virtual. Wow, he needs a safety car to get back in this race. But yeah, that's his race done and ruined. And Mike looked like he has to go on to the end of the race on his mediums. Oh, what a shame for Mike. He was, that's such a shame because Mike, he had a very, very tough season, I've got to say. A tough season for him, and unfortunately, it just got worse. And this is definitely a race for him to forget. Oh, what a shame. What a shame for him. As we launch this battle for the lead of this Grand Prix, Noah and Branson, really nothing separated between the two, as Connor now just got overtaken by Ethan, and Ethan is making a move on Rai. Ethan got the move done. Ethan's going to try to send it around the outside. Connor's going to fight this one back. Connor, who is possibly going to be out of this FX Championship fight, as he's going to sail around the outside of Rai and Ethan, who both went into the pits, which is very, very interesting to get rid of those softs to make their final stop of the race, and it is the medium compound tires, both of them on the mediums. Rai and Ethan, this might be a big play, and this might challenge the front runners. Megan also going for the no, she's going for the sauce. So Megan's doing a little bit different here, differently to Rai and Ethan. She's going to the sauce, but that's going to be a lot of time management, because can the sauce make it to the end? That's the big question. As Noah now, Noah is in the, hold on a minute, Noah's in the pits. Noah has pitted for the softs. Now that is interesting, because maybe Noah thinks that the hards are not going to go to the end, but unfortunately for him, he's going to lose a lot of time, as he just got overtaken by Parker. Parker just got ahead of him, but as we head into turn 2, Noah sent it back down the inside of Parker, and Noah just managed to stay ahead of Parker. That would be a huge disaster if he gets stuck in the traffic of Parker, Brilliant O'Connor, because he's going to lose a lot of time. But one lap, 22 out of 24, and Noah, who just pitted for the softs, maybe the hards are not going to make it to the end, as Maya now is going to just got overtaken by the likes of Megan. Megan just got overtaken by Maya. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I feel like Branson and Yaya might be in trouble here. I think they might be in trouble here. Rai and Ethan might pull up a blind of a strategy, because here comes Rai making a move on Yaya. There she goes to the inside. Yeah, Rai go, and Rai is up into P2. And look at that, Yaya is also under pressure by Ethan. Yaya's going to the back down the inside of Rai. Into turn 3 we go. They're 3 wide, and they're heading to the out of the corner. Rai stays ahead of the two of them, but Yaya and Ethan still going side by side through turn 4, round time 5 we go. Can Yaya hold the position? No, she can't. Ethan stays ahead. Ethan goes for the move on the line to Ryan, but he had to stay in P3. Holy smokes, that was insane driving for these drivers. And now Branson, he's under pressure by Rai. I think Rai might be going for a first win of the season. Can she do it here at this corner? Turn 12. No, she has to stay put. I think she is waiting for that DRS opportunity. And if you're Branson going for your first win of the season, you got to defend with all your might, because we're coming on to the final lap on this race, and possibly the race to the move is coming into turn 1. What can Branson do to keep Rai at bay? Rai with the DRS, turn the inside, Rai's through, and she leads on the final lap of the race. Branson, he has nothing to defend with, and that might be the race done. And now Branson is going to get overtaken by the likes of Ethan. Nearly made contact between the two. Ethan turning inside, Ethan, P2, and Sawyer got his way through as well. Your championship leader also get himself involved. Contact between Sawyer and Ethan. Sawyer doesn't want P3. He wants the second step of the podium. And meanwhile, while these two are fighting for podium positions, Rai, I think she's done it. Sawyer got the move done, by the way. Sawyer is through on the likes of Ethan, but for Rai, she have absolutely cooked Branson, cooked Yaya with their strategy, and because of all of that, FAX Racing are finally going to get a win on the name. Rai wins the Hungarian Grand Prix, her first win of the FAX season, and what a time to get that win as we head into the closing moments of this season. Congratulations to Rai, well done to Sawyer. Where did he come from? I don't know, but that's something he needs to keep his championship alive. Wow, what a race, what a race. Here is your results. Rai wins it out by a whisker after pulling up a blind of a strategy. Sawyer second, Ethan third, Noah down to fourth, recovered that position to fourth place. GG's for Noah, but again, you got to be so disappointed with that. Megan fifth, Branson, oh, he was so close, but he made the wrong call. The Hards were not going to make it to the end. The two-stop is the answer for this race. That's the last seventh. Parker eighth, Yaya, Charlotte, Brinley, Maya, Jackson, Mike, Maddie, Elijah, Biggie, Connor, Sears, and Jordan. But my, what an insane race, and I'm not surprised that Sawyer got driver of the day. He definitely deserved it, because he started all the way down P15 and won the race, and Rai P40, she started from 14 and she won the race. Blinder of a strategy from those two drivers, but fair play to Ethan as well. He did an amazing job because he was struggling, and that will definitely help him to boost his confidence. But what will that all do to the championship? Sawyer, thanks to that second place, he'll be leading by 20 points because Rai replaced the spot from Brinley. Brinley dropped down to P3. Rai is now second. Yaya up to P4. Maya 5th. Connor 6th. Then Ethan, Megan Parker, Elijah Salash, Jackson Biggie, Branson Noah, Mike Maddie, Jordan Shiloh, and Sirius. That is your championship standings, and I gotta say, your top 5, I think is between the top 5 for this championship fight. Let me tell you, as we head into the next race in Monza, Italy. But your constructor standings: Infraction Motorsport, FAX Racing now second, Lux Force, Phoenix Edge, Hero Force Racing. I don't really say about the other guys, the other teams, because it is definitely the fight is on for the championship, and that's how we close out this episode. What's gonna happen in Monza? We're gonna find out when FX returns. Bye bye and good night.